So.
Okay, so going back to the train video.
The train video. First of all.
I liked it. It was good looking. It looked like a fun adventure.
It sounded to me like you had a beef with the train.
Well, I mean, not so much. I mean, there were a few things like, first of all, the engineer is the person that's up front operating the train.
Oh, so your beef is with me because I called everybody an engineer. Huh?
Right.
Okay, well, excuse me.
Well, it's not so much a beef.
At least I didn't say the train employee.
It's not so much a beef. I'm just enlightening you.
You're educating me. Okay, educating. I see how it is.
Because the more you know.
So the engineer is up front, apparently.
Yeah, and
if you call the guy that hangs out the window an engineer, Charlie Ray will find you and enlighten you.
Oh, enlighten.
Or that other thing. All right, so. So what are the guys that hang out the window? What are they called?
The conductor.
Well, a train conductor seems to me like the guy that would drive the train.
No, the conductor is in charge of the train.
Sort of like
engineer is the person that operates.
Sort of like a musical conductor.
Right. And you can't drive a train
because it doesn't have orchestra.
Because it doesn't have a steering wheel.
Well, duh, but like a musical conductor drives the music, so how is that not the same with trains?
Well, you don't have a steering wheel.
Yeah, and neither does a musical conductor. He has a magic wand.
Yeah, but he's not driving.
Abracadabra.
He's not driving the orchestra.
That's where the music comes from, right?
It's not like he's going to turn around to the audience and say, hey, if you don't shut up, we're going to turn this orchestra around.
Well, they don't say that with trains either, do they?
No.
Okay.
But it takes a lot for
We're going to put this thing in reverse.
Reverse.
You can put it in reverse, but it takes a lot for it to turn around.
I know, we watched it.
Don't you put it on like one of those little hot plates and it spins it?
A turntable?
Yeah, that's what I said. How the turntables have turned.
As the earth rotates.
So the driver, who does not have a steering wheel, so God only knows how the train drives, is the engineer is the one that drives the train with the steering wheel, and the conductor is the one that hangs out the window and makes hand signals.
Right.
Okay.
And see, the reason is that because back in the early days before technology, they didn't have radios. So like
Wait. Have a beef with what you just said, okay? In the early days, they had technology, just what they would have considered technology wouldn't be the same thing you consider technology now.
Right, okay, right.
Because, I mean, like, a shovel would be technology to somebody that had to use their hands, or a stick. Well, I mean,
I use a stick
or Jen uses a stick.
Or a trowel.
Yeah, exactly. So a shovel would be technology.
Okay.
So.
Well, before radios...
I have children, and they do it for me.
That's right. That's technology right there. Just have a baby, they dig a hole.
Wait, that's why they had so many of us.
Free labor.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
All right, so before shovels and technology.
And before radios, the conductor, well, the conductor is pretty much in charge. They say when to go and when to stop, and, you know, they're in charge of
I thought the engineer was driving. Shouldn't they say when to go and stop?
Well, no, the conductor is in charge of like time and stuff like that.
Dad's the engineer driving, but you're back here telling him when to go and stop.
Right.
It's like basically a backseat driver is what you're saying. Well,
it's pretty much
railroad stuff. Okay, so now we know who the engineer and the conductor are. What other beefs do you have?
Well, also the reason that they stick their their heads out and do the like hand signals is because, like I said, back in the day before radios, they had to like let the engineer know, hey, it's time to go. So they would do like this motion right here, which is like a high ball, and the engineer would say it, and they would get their horn toots.
Toot toot.
Toot toot. And that would signal for them to go.
Right.
Or if it was night, they would have like a lantern.
But I kind of knew that. I knew that they had hand signals because we did the thing with the trains at Disney World. And yeah, so I kind of knew that there was a reason that they gave hand signals. But
that was more enlightening.
I feel like that's kind of obsolete now. They just do it for funsies, right?
Pretty much, I think.
Just because of the railroad tradition. Bird. Meanwhile, Jen.
Bird.